Sheffield steel is cold, but the pressure in this office, it burns. Julian sits at the drafting table, the hum of fluorescent lights vibrating in his skull. His hand is a charcoal smudge, a dark map of graphite trails across the vellum. He is a draftsman, a creator, but he is a left-hander in a world calibrated for the right. Every tool, the spiral-bound notebooks that dig into his wrist, the scissors that bend the paper instead of slicing it, the desk layout forcing his elbow to fight the table's edge, is a silent declaration. You are the wrong way around. For years, history whispered that lefties were sinister, unlucky, or clumsy. Even in modern offices, we build the world for the 90%, and we call it fair. But is it? Mr. Sterling? Partner. The voice of efficiency walks the floor, eyes scanning for uniformity. He stops at Julian's desk. He looks at the graphite smear on the page, a byproduct of Julian's natural orientation, and calls it sloppy. He looks at the way Julian adjusts his stance to compensate for the desk and calls it a lack of discipline. Sterling believes in justice, but his justice is a cage. It is a standard. If you do not fit the template, you are the liability. Sterling is the law without the heart. He sees the smudge, but he refuses to see the design. He demands the result without acknowledging the struggle of the creator. But here is where the kingdom shifts the floorboards of our understanding. Justice is not just uniformity, it is alignment. It is the active, perpetual will to render to each what is due, not just what is standard, but what is needed to reflect the imago Dei. Think of the left-handed genius of Leonardo da Vinci, the athletic defiance of Rafa Nadal, or the leadership of those who lead from the other side. They did not succeed despite being left-handed. They succeeded by mastering their unique placement. When Julian finally speaks, not to complain, but to calibrate, he confronts the status quo. Mr. Sterling, he says, his voice steady, you are judging the architect by the limits of the desk, not the brilliance of the blueprint. He realizes the struggle was not his nature. The struggle was a system that refused to honor the design. Justice is the courage to redesign the environment so the masterpiece can breathe. It is the school providing the right scissors for the child. It is the house of worship, ensuring the pulpit is a place for every voice. Justice is the intentional act of clearing the path for the unique to flourish. We often measure rightness by how easily a person fits into our preferred mold. We call it fair when everyone is forced into the same shape. We treat equality like an assembly line, but God treats justice like a symphony. Different notes, different rhythms, all contributing to a singular glory. If we are to be ministers of justice, we must stop forcing the left-handed soul into a right-handed box. We must identify where our standardization has become an obstacle to someone else's calling. True justice is the divine ability to look at the heart, identify the unique design, and provide the tools for that design to reach its full potential. Father, you are the master architect. You did not build us on an assembly line. You formed us in the secret place, weaving us together with intentionality. Today, forgive us for the times we have confused tradition with truth. Forgive us for labeling the unique as unlucky, the counterintuitive as clumsy, or the unconventional as sinister. Lord, grant us the justice of perspective. Give us the eyes to see the draftsmanship of the soul before we judge the smudge on the paper. Help us to create environments, homes, and houses of worship where the tools of grace, fit every hand, where the standard is not uniformity, but flourishing. Break the superstitions that hold people back. Give us the courage to be the ones who open the desk drawers, move the lamps, and adjust the tools so that our brothers and sisters can create what you intended them to create. May we be a people who render to each other the dignity they deserve, not by making them like us, but by celebrating who you made them to be. In Yeshua's name we rise. Amen.